Welcome to our channel, your go-to place for spiritual growth and enlightenment. If you haven't already, click on the subscribe button to join our community of seekers. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, amidst the cacophony of our thoughts and the whirlpool of our emotions, there exists a sacred space. This is not physical sanctuary, but a spiritual haven. It's a realm of serenity, tranquility, and most importantly, profound connection. This sanctuary, dear friends, is the realm of daily prayer. Prayer is an age-old ritual, a timeless tradition that cuts across cultures, religions, and geographical boundaries. It's a sublime dance of the soul with the divine, a dialogue between the human and the spiritual. But more than just a ritual, prayer is a potent tool of transformation. Imagine, if you will, a life where each day begins with a sense of purpose, every moment is infused with gratitude, and each night is a serene surrender. That, dear, is the transformative power of daily prayer. It's the magic that can transform despair into hope, fear into courage, and sorrow into joy. In this video, we will embark on a journey to deeply explore this transformative power of prayer. We will traverse through the corridors of history, grasping the origins and evolution of prayer. We will discuss the spiritual significance of prayer, revealing the profound wisdom hidden in these sacred words and silences. We will delve into its practical applications, showing how we can incorporate prayer into our daily routines. We will also share some real, heartwarming stories of individuals whose lives have been radically affected by the power of prayer. These are stories of resilience, redemption, and rejuvenation. Stories that are sure to inspire you, touch your heart, and perhaps even change your perspective on life. But this journey is not just about learning, it's about experiencing. It's about opening our hearts and minds to the divine, allowing the transformative power of prayer to work its magic in our lives. It's about finding our amidst the chaos, our peace amidst the turmoil, our connection amidst the isolation. Our journey includes the understanding of different types of prayer. Each tradition has its unique way of praying, and each approach has its beauty and wisdom. We'll be taking you to the world of affirmative prayer, contemplative prayer, mantra prayer, and healing prayer. We will explore these types in detail with examples and provide you insights into how these prayers can be utilized in different situations. We further delve into the scientific understanding of prayer. Recent studies have highlighted how prayer impacts our brain and overall health. We will examine those studies and provide a clear understanding of how praying regularly can be beneficial for your mental and well-being. We also look into the use of prayer in modern therapies. The therapeutic use of prayer has gained popularity in recent years, and we will cover how therapists are incorporating prayer into their practices to help their clients. Moreover, we will be discussing how prayer plays a vital role in community building and maintaining social harmony. We will touch upon examples from different parts of the world where prayer is used as a tool to bring people together and promote peace. So journey with us today as we delve into the beautiful world of prayer. We will cover not just the spiritual aspects, but also its social and scientific dimensions. We will provide you with practical tips and techniques to incorporate prayer into your daily routine and share inspiring stories that will make you appreciate the power of prayer. Our aim is to help you understand and experience the transformative power of prayer. It's not just about seeking divine intervention, but also about finding that inner peace and strength that come from connecting with the divine. So enrich your spiritual journey, enhance your daily life, and embrace the transformative power of prayer. Journey with us today as we delve into the beautiful world of prayer. Prayer has been a cornerstone of human spirituality since the dawn of time. This is a thread that weaves its way through the intricate tapestry of our collective experience, creating a bond among us that spans different cultures, religions, and epochs. The origins of prayer are as diverse and varied as the human race itself. It has been present since the earliest civilizations, and its evolution has left a profound impact on our history. Ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians and Sumerians revered prayer as a means of opening channels of communication with their multitude of gods. They would beseech these deities for bountiful harvests, protection, and guidance. Their prayers often manifested in the form of ceremonial hymns, solemn rituals, and elaborate sacrifices, deeply intertwined with the customs, traditions, and everyday life of these early societies. As the wheel of time turned and gave birth to monotheistic religions, the concept of prayer underwent a transformation. It evolved from a collective ritual practiced by entire communities to a deeply personal spiritual experience. This shift marked a significant transformation in the act of prayer, a new layer of depth and meaning to the practice. In the realm of Judaism, prayer evolved into a dialogue with Yahweh, a distinct way of expressing gratitude, seeking guidance, and asking for forgiveness. Christians and Muslims alike came to view prayer in a similar light, an intimate conversation with God. It became a testament of faith, a beacon of hope in times of despair, and a source of solace during turbulent times. Prayer is not limited to the Abrahamic religions, though. In the East, Buddhism and Hinduism employ prayer to cultivate mindfulness and inner peace. It serves as a conduit to connect with the divine and as a path to enlightenment. These religions use prayer in a myriad of ways, each with its own unique interpretation and practice. Indigenous cultures around the world view prayer as an inseparable part of their connection to nature and the spirit world. In these societies, prayer retains an elemental, primal quality that links human beings to the natural world in profound and meaningful ways. Over the centuries, prayer has evolved and adapted, reflecting the changing beliefs, practices, and needs of humanity. It has been molded by societal changes, interpreted and reinterpreted according to the shifting landscapes of human thought and spirituality. Yet despite these changes, the essence of prayer remains largely unchanged. It continues to serve as a beacon of hope in uncertain times, a source of comfort and a bridge between the human and the divine. From the whispered prayers of a solitary pilgrim journeying through the desert, to the harmonious chants a monastic choir resounding in an ancient cathedral, from the rhythmic drumming of a shaman echoing in the primeval forest, to the quiet meditation of a Buddhist monk in the serene tranquility of a mountaintop monastery, prayer transcends boundaries, cultures, and religions. It unites us all in our shared quest for understanding, peace, and spiritual fulfillment. Prayer is indeed a timeless practice, a testament to its enduring power and influence. No matter how it's practiced or what form prayer speaks to a fundamental aspect of our humanity, our innate desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. Prayer is more than just words spoken in reverence. It is a universal language that echoes across time and space, resonating deeply within the human spirit. In the Christian tradition, prayer holds a special place. It's not merely a routine or a duty, but a profound conversation between devotees and God. This spiritual dialogue, stretching back to the very inception of the Christian faith, is rooted deeply in the pages of the Bible. The Holy Scripture, the Bible, is filled with countless examples where prayer has been a crucial element, providing guidance, solace, and strength to those in need. Jesus, the cornerstone of Christianity, often sought solitude to converse with God. He took his prayers to the wilderness, to mountaintops, and even to the tranquil Garden of Gethsemane. His prayers weren't merely words, they were heartfelt cries, passionate pleas, and earnest supplication. He set a model for his followers, encouraging them to pray with sincerity and fervor. The New Testament, specifically the book of Luke, records multiple instances of Jesus in prayer. These prayerful moments speak of his deep connection with God, his surrender, and his trust in divine providence. Every prayer uttered by him was testament to his unwavering faith and boundless love for God. Prayer also played a vital role in the early Christian church. The apostles and the believers of the early church held steadfast to the practice of communal prayer. They often came together, as narrated in the Acts of the Apostles, to pray and seek divine intervention. These communal prayers served not only as spiritual nourishment, but also as a crucial means of unity and strength in times of adversity. The Christian tradition of prayer does not confine it to a particular posture or place. It can manifest as a whispered plea in a moment of crisis, a heartfelt song of joy and gratitude, a silent meditation in the calmness of the early dawn, or a communal liturgy in a bustling church. Prayer, in Christianity, is the language of the heart. It finds expression in countless ways, reflective of the believer's relationship with God. Prayer is also viewed as a powerful tool for transformation in Christian life. Through prayer, believers seek God's guidance and express their deepest emotions. They invite divine intervention in their lives, fostering a humble spirit, patience, and a profound sense of peace. Prayer is a practice that encourages believers to surrender their worries and anxieties to God and to trust in his divine plan. The Christian tradition encourages persistent prayer. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus narrates a parable about a persistent widow, illustrating the power and importance of continuous prayer. This teaching emphasizes that prayer, when done with perseverance and unwavering faith, carries the potential to cause immense change. The consistent practice of prayer ensures spiritual fulfillment and helps to deepen the believer's connection with God. Prayer serves as a lifeline in the journey of faith. It's a sacred act that forges an intimate relationship with God and nurtures believers' spiritual growth. Prayer encourages believers to turn to God in times of joy and sorrow, in moments of doubt and certainty, in quiet solitude and bustling gatherings. It is a constant reminder of our dependence on God's grace and love. Prayer in Christianity is more than a spiritual discipline. It's a way of a path to spiritual enlightenment and a journey towards a deeper, more meaningful relationship with God. It's a sacred act that bridges the gap between the divine and the human, instilling a sense of awe, reverence, and love for God. As we can see, prayer is deeply woven into the fabric of the Christian faith. It's a sacred act that builds an intimate relationship with God, nurturing the spiritual growth of the believer. It's an essential part of the Christian journey, a constant reminder of our dependence on God's grace and love. Now let's turn our attention to some real-life stories of people who have experienced radical changes in their lives through prayer. Our first story introduces us a woman named Sarah. Sarah was a highly successful businesswoman. Her name was synonymous with success in her industry. She was the embodiment of the modern, independent woman who had scaled the ladder of corporate success with aplomb. She had it all. A thriving career that was the envy of many, a beautiful family that was picture perfect, and a lifestyle that was comfortable and luxurious. Despite all this, she was plagued by a deep sense of emptiness, a gnawing discontent that she could not shake off. She found herself on a never-ending treadmill, always in a race, chasing after the next big thing which she believed would give her happiness. But the joy and satisfaction she anticipated always seemed elusive. She felt like a hamster on a wheel, expending energy but going nowhere. One day, while rummaging through a pile of books at a quaint second-hand store, she stumbled upon an old, worn-out prayer book. Intrigued, she decided to purchase it. Little did she know that this book would become a guiding light in her life. She began to pray daily, offering up her fears and insecurities to a higher power. She poured out her heart, her dreams, her desires, her unfulfilled aspirations. Over time, she noticed a profound shift in her outlook. She felt more at peace, more content with her life. Her heart was filled with joy and gratitude for the simple things in life that she previously overlooked. Her relationships flourished. She became a more patient and understanding mother, a more loving and supportive wife, a more empathetic and considerate friend. Sarah attributes this radical change, this newfound sense of fulfillment, to her daily practice of prayer. Next, we delve into the story of a man named John. John was a hardened criminal, having spent the majority of his adult life in and out of grim prison cells. He was angry and bitter, his heart filled with resentment towards a world that had dealt him a harsh hand. One day, a prison chaplain, sensing the turmoil within John, handed him a Bible. This act of kindness touched something deep within him. He started to read the Bible. As the words of wisdom and hope washed over him, he began to pray daily in his cold, lonely cell. He prayed for forgiveness, for redemption. He prayed for a second chance, for a new beginning. Slowly but surely, as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, he began to see the world through a different lens. He started to forgive those who had wronged him, letting go of the bitterness that had consumed him. He became a beacon of hope within the prison walls, sharing his newfound faith with other inmates. Upon his release, he channeled his energy into starting a non-profit organization to help ex-convicts reintegrate into society. John's story is a powerful testament to the transformative power of prayer. Our third story chronicles the journey of a couple, Mary and Joseph. For several years, they had been trying to conceive without success. This inability to conceive had cast a shadow over their lives. Doctors had told them that their chances of having a child were slim. They were heartbroken, desperate, and felt like they were at the end of their tether. In their despair, they turned to prayer. They prayed fervently, and with faith every day asking for a miracle. They clung on to that their prayers would be answered, and one day they were. Against all odds, Mary fell pregnant. The joy they felt was indescribable. Today, they are the proud parents of a healthy baby girl. Their faith unwavering, they believe that their daily prayers brought about this miracle. Our next account is about a young man named David. David was a high school dropout, struggling with a vicious cycle of drug addiction. His life was spiraling out of control. Then, one day, he met a pastor who invited him to a prayer meeting. Moved by the sincerity and faith of the people he met, David started to pray daily. Lastly, we have a story about a woman named Ruth. Ruth was diagnosed with a terminal illness. She was devastated and scared, but instead of giving in to despair, she turned to prayer. Every day she would pray, asking for healing strength. These stories truly show the transformative power of prayer. Interestingly, even science acknowledges the power of prayer. This statement may seem surprising to some, but over the years, there has been an intriguing intersection between the realms of science and spirituality that has piqued the interest of many researchers and academics worldwide. When we mention the word prayer, it elicits a religious connotation. However, in the scientific realm, it is not religion that comes to mind, but the discipline known as neurotheology. This innovative field bridges the gap between faith and science. It's a burgeoning field that has seen a surge of interest, with numerous studies being conducted to delve into the profound effects of prayer on the human brain. These studies have been offering some truly remarkable insights. One of the most astounding findings from these studies is how prayer can induce a state of deep relaxation. This is similar to the tranquil achieved through meditation. Participants in these studies experienced a unique calm and tranquility during prayer sessions, which significantly helped to reduce their stress and anxiety levels. These findings offer a fascinating perspective on the profound impact of prayer on an individual's mental health. But that's not all. Regular engagement in prayer has also been associated with enhanced cognitive functions. As studies have shown, it can significantly improve focus, attention, and memory, like taking your brain to the gym. Instead of lifting physical weights, you're lifting your spirit, which can be just as, if not more, beneficial for your overall health and well-being. The benefits of prayer extend beyond mental health. It has also been associated with a range of physical health benefits. Some research findings have suggested that individuals who pray regularly may have lower blood levels, stronger immune systems, and faster recovery times from illnesses or surgeries. It appears that prayer can act as natural painkiller, reducing physical discomfort and enhancing overall health. The benefits of prayer are far-reaching, even extending to our social health. There are studies that suggest how prayer can foster a sense of belonging and connection. It can help individuals feel more connected to their community and to the world around them. But it doesn't stop there. It can also help them feel more connected to a higher power. This sense of connection can significantly boost emotional health, promoting feelings of happiness and contentment. However, it's important to remember that while these findings offer a new perspective and are encouraging, they're not meant to replace traditional medical treatments. Prayer should be seen as a complementary practice. It can be an additional tool in your wellness toolkit that can be used alongside conventional. In conclusion, the science of prayer has unveiled a fascinating interplay between the spiritual and the physical realms. It has shown us that prayer isn't just a religious ritual. It is a holistic practice that can have a profound impact on your life, both mentally and physically. Clearly, prayer is not just a spiritual practice, but also a holistic one, benefiting both mind and body. Therefore, the next time you bow your head in prayer, remember that you're not just connecting with a higher power. You're also taking a significant step towards improved health and well-being. Now that we understand the importance and benefits of prayer, how can we incorporate it into our daily lives? This is a question that many of us grapple with. We acknowledge the power of prayer, yet often struggle with how to make it a regular part of our existence. So let's dive into some practical tips and methods to make prayer a part of your everyday routine. Incorporating prayer into your daily life begins with creating a prayer schedule. Like any other habit, consistency is key in establishing a prayer routine. Some people find it helpful to pray at the same time every day. This could be first thing in the morning, as the sun is rising and the world is waking up. It could be during a lunch break, when you can take a pause from your busy day and center yourself. Or it could be before bed, when the day has come to a close and you have a quiet moment to reflect and connect with God. You might choose a time when you're least likely to be interrupted, or when you can take a moment to calm your mind and focus on your prayer. It might be when the house is still and quiet, or when you found a peaceful moment in the midst of a hectic day. The key is to choose a time that suits your lifestyle and schedule, and to be consistent with it. Next, consider the setting. This is an important aspect of prayer that is often overlooked. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you can focus. This could be a dedicated prayer room in your home, a peaceful corner in your backyard, or even a spot in nature. It can be anywhere that you find tranquility and peace. The important thing is that it's a place where you can feel at ease and concentrate on your prayer. It is also essential to understand and explore different types of prayer and when to use them. There's one-size-fits-all approach to prayer, and the type of prayer you choose can depend on what you're feeling or what you need in that moment. For example, the prayer of thanksgiving is a way to express gratitude for the blessings in your life. It's a wonderful practice to start or end your day with, as it helps you to recognize and appreciate the good things around you. The prayer of supplication, on the other hand, is a request for help. You might use this type of prayer when you're facing a challenge or going through a difficult time. It's to ask for guidance, strength, or comfort. It is an acknowledgement that we can't do it all on our own, and that we need God's help and support in our struggles. The prayer of confession is about acknowledging mistakes and asking for forgiveness. It's a powerful tool for self-reflection and can help you to learn from your past and grow as a person. It's about owning up to your missteps, seeking forgiveness, and making a commitment to do better. The prayer of adoration is a way to express your love and admiration for God. It's a beautiful expression of faith and can be a source of great comfort and joy. It's about celebrating God's greatness and expressing your awe and wonder. You might be wondering, what if I don't know what to say? That's a common concern. But remember, prayer isn't about saying the right words. It's about sincere communication with God. You can speak from your heart, share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You can ask for guidance, express gratitude, or simply sit in silence and feel God's presence. Overcoming challenges in maintaining a consistent prayer practice is another aspect we should address. It's normal to face obstacles, whether it's lack of time, distractions, or periods of doubt. Here are a few tips to help you navigate these challenges. Firstly, be patient with yourself. Developing a new habit takes time, and it's okay if your prayer practice isn't perfect from the start. Remember, the goal isn't to pray perfectly, but to pray sincerely. If distractions are a problem, consider using a prayer journal. Writing your prayers can help you to stay focused, and it also provides a meaningful record of your spiritual journey. It is a tangible way to see how your relationship with God is growing and evolving. For those grappling with doubt or feeling like your prayers aren't being heard, remember that prayer is not just about asking for things. It's about developing a relationship with God. It might not always feel like your prayers are being answered in the way you want, but trust that God is listening and working in ways that you may not understand. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask for support. You could join a prayer group or find a spiritual mentor to guide you. Sharing your prayer practice with others can provide encouragement, accountability, and a sense of community. It can remind you that you are not alone in your spiritual journey. Remember, the key to a fulfilling prayer life is consistency and sincerity. Whether you're praying for guidance, expressing gratitude, or seeking comfort, your prayer is a personal conversation with God. It doesn't have to be elaborate or eloquent, it just has to be sincere. Keep showing up, keep seeking, and keep praying. You might be surprised by the peace and clarity it brings to your life. In conclusion, we must acknowledge the importance and impact of daily prayer in our lives. We've embarked on a comprehensive exploration together, tracing the path of prayer from its earliest origins to its present-day implications in our lives. We have delved into the rich Christian tradition of prayer, hearing moving narratives of personal change and growth facilitated by this potent spiritual practice. Prayer has been identified as a central component of human existence throughout history. It transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences and serves as a universal language of faith and hope. This sacred practice, rooted in antiquity, continues to be relevant in our contemporary world. despite the many changes that have taken place over the centuries. In the Christian tradition, prayer is perceived not just as a set of rituals, but rather as a relationship. It is intimate dialogue or communion between the human soul and the divine. It is a sacred space where we find acceptance and love in our entirety, where we are seen, heard, and valued just as we are. In this sacred communion, we can experience a profound sense of peace that surpasses the understanding of the human mind. Through the stories of transformation that we've shared with you, the potential of prayer to bring about radical personal change is highlighted. The power of prayer lies not in changing God's intent or in bending His will to ours, but in aligning our hearts with His intentions. It involves surrendering our anxieties, fears, and self-doubts to a higher power that is greater than ourselves. Through this act of surrender, we can discover inner strength, courage, and a deep sense of purpose that can fundamentally transform our lives. Aside from the spiritual implications, we've also investigated the scientific aspects of prayer. We've discovered how this age-old practice can bring about tangible benefits for our mental and physical health. Studies show that prayer can help reduce stress, accelerate the healing process, and foster a sense of overall well-being and contentment. We've also provided practical guidance for integrating daily prayer into your lifestyle. It should be emphasized that the effectiveness of prayer does not depend on its length or the eloquence of our words. Instead, it's about the sincerity and purity of our hearts. It's about dedicating a few moments each day for silence, for expressing gratitude, for confession, and for interceding on behalf of others. We have journeyed together from the genesis of prayer to the powerful transformation it can bring about, from the intimate dialogue with the divine to the practical applications in our daily lives. This exploration has been a rich and rewarding experience, and we hope that it has been equally enlightening for you. We encourage you to embrace the practice of daily prayer and experience the transformative power it can unleash in your life. If you found our content informative and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe and join our community for more enlightening content. Until our next exploration, continue growing and seeking. This is not an end, but a beginning in your spiritual journey. Thank you for joining us on this profound exploration of prayer.